Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you 5 different locations where you can train your ranged with your dwarf cannon while you are making profit. Also at the bottom of the screen you will see an option to skip the current method and go directly to the next method. For the first method we have to go to the smoke dungeon. You can only get inside here if you completed the part of the desert treasure quest where you have to go inside the smoke dungeon. And you also will need 65 slayers so you are able to kill the dust devils. Also when you are coming to dust devils you will need a slayer helmet or a face mask. And to boost your profit even more you can bring a herb sack, a gem bag and also all runes. On the 5 different locations I will always mention the range experience in an hour with a rune crossbow, but also with the blowpipe and the cannon, and also the profit in an hour you can expect from doing this with a rune crossbow, with the cannon and also with the blowpipe and the cannon. So if you are doing this method with a rune crossbow and the cannon you will get around 80,000 range experience in an hour and you can expect a profit from 280 to 400k in an hour. Be aware I'm 94 ranged, so if you are doing this method and you only have like 70 ranged, your profit and your range experience in an hour will be lower than my example in this video. If you are doing this method with a blowpipe, you can expect around 115,000 range experience in an hour and your profit should be around 377 to 500k in an hour. So for this example it's way better to come here with a blowpipe. The profit is the real profit at the end, so we are reducing the cost of the cannonballs, the bro balls, the cost of the adamant darts and the cost of the Zura scales, and it's still the profit that we have left. So for the blowpipe between 377 and 500k, that's even more than with the rune crossbow, and we even get more range experience in an hour as well. Also something you have to know, you can do this method perfectly AFK, but your profit and range experience will be lower than mine. So what I'm doing to reach this 115,000 range experience an hour and these profits, I'm always pulling the death devil in the spot where your dwarf cannon shoot twice every rotation, so be sure to pull your dust devils in that spot so your cannon can shoot twice, and this way you're gonna get way more kills in an hour, way more range experience in an hour, and of course you will end up with more profit as well, so this is something really important. For the second location you will have to do the first part of the Olaf quest until you have to dig south of a tree and that you fall inside a dungeon. You will also need 47 slayer, and do not forget your spade or you can get inside this dungeon. So when I was doing this with my rune crossbow and my cannon I was getting 84,000 range experience in an hour and I was making 258k profit in an hour. This was without the brine sables as drop, so if I would have some luck and I had like a brine sable in this 1 hour, my profit will be even higher. Right now the profit on the brine rats is pretty high because the value of the dead runes is high on the ground exchange. I knew a couple of months ago when I was making a video about this that there was like only 50 to 100k profit in an hour doing this with the rune crossbow, but the price of the brine sable was higher and normally in 1 hour you mostly gonna get one anyway. So when you are doing this method with a blowpipe you will have like a little bit more range experience in an hour, 96,000, but your profit will drop a lot, so instead of 260k in an hour you only gonna make around 100k profit. This is because we have to reduce the cost of the Zura scales and adamant darts, and these ones are pretty expensive to kill brine rats. Also, once again, to reach this amount of experience you will need be close to 94 ranged, and also you have to pull the brine rats in the squirrel that the cannon will shoot twice every rotation. So for third location you have to go east of the pyramid plunder minigame, so you can teleport with your scepter to here, and it's kinda the closest way to get here. If you have completed the contact quest or at least started the quest and did the first part, you will be able to climb down this ladder, but only if you have completed the quest you will be able to use the bank here inside. And you also have to bring a light source and a tinderbox once you go inside the dungeon. Other items you could bring is a gem bag, a herb sack, some all runes, and I should bring shards of even better food because that's really important. So place your cannon in the center of this room and hide after the ranging ones, which protect from ranged on so the melee ones can't attack you. And try to focus the magic one because they only have 50 hit points and they are the only ones right now that can deal damage on you. To do this method you should have like a really high defense level and also a really high magic level, because your magic level is also a part of your magic defense. So on this location it's also better to come with your blowpipe, because the value of the drops of these monsters are so high that it's way better to kill them with a blowpipe, even if you are paying more for the Zulra scales and adamant dart. So with the Rune Crossbow we get around 85,000 ranged experience in an hour, and we are making around 845k profit in an hour. If we are coming here with a blowpipe we get around 106,000 ranged experience in an hour, and right now we are making around 1.2 million profit in an hour. These profits are calculated without a herb sack or without a gam bag, so if you have these two items you can maybe even make more profit in an hour, but I'm not really sure if it's worth to pick up like the uncut sapphires to put in your gam bag, because you are losing time. It's better to stay at one spot, safe from the melee guys, and just try to kill as many as possible. For the next method we're gonna kill ice trolls. These ones are the best experience in an hour from all 5 methods. To do this one you have to start the Fremix Isles quest, and you will also need the Fremix shield, as the Fremix shield is not really required but it's really helpful. So if you want to do this method with the blowpipe you're not gonna be able to wear your Fremix shield. What you have to do now, there are spawning 2 female trolls around your cannon here, so these ones will mostly attack you and they are throwing stones to you. So the Fremix shield is to avoid taking too much damage from the female trolls that are throwing stones. So what you have to do now, there will spawn a troll in the eastern side of your cannon that will throw stones, but these ones are attacking the warriors. You only have to focus on the troll that's gonna spawn south of your cannon, and this one gonna focus you. So always be sure if one of the female trolls are spawning that you first kill the female trolls, and after that go back to the trolls with melee. So if you come in here with your Rune Crossbow and your cannon you will get around 108,000 ranged experience an hour. And the profit, it will be kinda break even here, so sometimes you will be in loss, sometimes in profit. It's kinda based on how lucky you are with how many Rune Kite Shields or Rune Warhammers you receive as a drop. But normally with the Rune Crossbow you should mostly end in profit even at lower ranging levels. With your blowpipe I'm still ending up break even. I get 123,000 ranged experience in an hour. So that's kinda why I want to show this method in this video, because it's like really great range experience in an hour and still you are not making any losses. Of course if you come here with a blowpipe at level 75 range for example, I think you always gonna end up in loss, but normally at a higher level with blowpipe you should end up break even on long term. The last method isn't that great for ranged experience in an hour because we have to bang the whole time if we want to make profit, but this method is really great if you have like blue dragons as a slayer task, because you can do this really fast with this way and make like really nice profit in an hour. So if you do this method with the Rune Crossbow and the cannon you get around 57,000 ranged experience an hour and a profit of 680,000. With the blowpipe we get around 61,000 ranged experience an hour and the profit is pretty much the same. Something important or good to know, if you come here without a slayer task it's maybe better to come with a Rune Crossbow. The profit is kinda the same, ranged experience is almost the same as well, but it's way easier to do this method with a Rune Crossbow. But of course if you have this one as a slayer task it's important to get your kills faster, you do not really care about your profit in an hour, so that way it's better to come here with a blowpipe, because with a blowpipe you will get more kills in an hour. So something that I should have mentioned at the start of the video but at the end isn't that bad either I guess. So this is the armor that I have used for all 5 different locations and to calculate my range experience in an hour. So you can get even way better armors than this and maybe get some more range experience in an hour. But I'm 94 ranged, so if you have a lower ranged level, you always gonna get some lower range experience in an hour than me, and also some less profit in an hour. So I was using the bro balls, my good text height, body, chaps, coif, audio mort, good text height boost, Rune Crossbow, accumulator, barrel gloves, and the archer ring. Except for the first method, I have used my ring of wealth because we are dropping often coins, and also for the third method I was using the ring of wealth. I hope you can use any method of this video. Subscribe to my channel for more guides or any money making videos. Thanks for watching.